Hey YouTube, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel Gearbox Geek. Here today, I'm going to give a fairly detailed description of my 3-year ownership of this car, my 2010 Dodge Challenger RT Classic, done in Furious Fuchsia, which is basically a nod back to the 1970 Panther Pink Challenger, though this has heavy metallic in it. This car was made in 2010 only. They built, the numbers have been sort of bantered around and not necessarily totally agreed upon, but everything I've got from people that really are in the know say that this particular model, the RT, with the white interior, white side stripes, they made approximately 861 of them. This particular example I bought 3 years ago from the original owner with 1,250 miles on it. And I just noticed coming here today that it's got 5,800 on it. I did a YouTube short last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, after I had just had it detailed up, and kind of just wet everybody's beak with a short, and I said I would be back to do a full-length video, which is what I'm doing today. Anyway, this car has a 5.7 liter Hemi. It's rated at about 354 horsepower, I think, something like that, maybe a little bit less, maybe it might be 345. I think I have it backwards. Anyway, I have a Mopar cold air intake on it, and some Blast and Bob's glass packs in the rear to eliminate the factory resonators that are giant gas cans that are behind each, they were behind each rear tire. It sounds pretty incredible with those. It does drone in the cabin, there's no doubt about that, but it did make the car a lot more responsive. I also have a pedal commander attached to the gas pedal, which, if you don't know about pedal commanders, there's a lot to be said about those and found on the internet. You can do your research on that. I have one on every one of my cars pretty much. The pedal commander gets rid of the tremendous amount of pedal lag, throttle response pedal lag, which almost every car has. But this car was really, really bad when I bought it. And the pedal commander woke it up. Anyway, these wheels are stock. I get asked a lot if these wheels are aftermarket. I've been asked if the car's been painted because nobody sees these, and so it's hard to imagine that there's actually a pink car in production out there. But it's true. It's called Furious Fuchsia. Wheels are stock, factory original aluminum. The side stripes are reminiscent of the original 70 Challengers. The only thing I did add was the little end tips here. The stripe from the factory did not come with that extension. I do have a video showing those as well. The interior is original too. The whole car is original, really, except for the glass packs. But the thing is that most people don't even realize, you know, aside from Tesla today building a lot of their cars with white interior, this is sort of an unheard of thing back in the day. And it's got pink stitching. That's, I think, why people don't think it's original, because the pink stitching is a bit odd. I have changed out the leather shift knob for a cue ball because I kind of like that old reminiscent of the manual shifter. RT floor mats. I put the SRT pedal kit in it. And I have my little toy there. Airbag decal is still on the dash, on the glove box rather. Sunroof. The interior is pretty unique. Seats are very, very comfortable. Let's see. Let me open the hood. Let's get a look at the engine. So anyway, this car has has a very unique backstory. The original owner that I purchased it from bought it for his daughter's 16th birthday, and she told Dad when he got it home, he bought it as a surprise. She said, "Dad, I am not driving a pink car." So he ended up buying her some other, like a Hyundai or a little tiny car. This was back in 2010, of course. And he had no choice but to just park the thing because he had taken a loan out on it. So over the years, he just kept driving it very sparingly, which is why it only had 1,250 miles on it a few years ago in 22 when I bought it. And he took it to car shows occasionally. And actually, I lied earlier. It's not a Mopar cold air intake, it's the air raid system, but it works great. Mopar strut tower brace. But anyway, so the car sat in his garage for all those years, and he barely used it. And when he finally decided to sell it, I was able to snag it for less than the $39,000 that was on the window sticker. And back when I saw these in 2010, I wanted one really, really bad. And the dealers were charging 15 and 20,000 over, so it would have been, you know, 50 grand. And there's no way I was going to pay that, so I didn't buy it. And I waited and waited, and that's when I got lucky and found this in 2022. So I did modify I took off the little tiny kicktail rear spoiler that was from the factory on there, and I put this Hellcat one on there. On hot days, it gets kind of, it's 100 degrees out today here in Phoenix. It gets kind of ripply on the top because it's really thin material, but anyway, it's a nice addition to the car. Generally those come flat black on the Hellcats and the Scat Packs. But so as far as drivability, the car is plenty fast. I have other cars that are on my channel that you've seen, I'm sure, that are much faster than this, and I don't necessarily care about that. I didn't buy this car for the speed, and I would have rather had the 6-speed manual, but it does not. So the automatic, I drive it, it has a slapstick instead of paddle shifters on the steering wheel. It has what they call a slapstick transmission, and I drive it in auto stick all the time. So it's kind of like driving with paddles. Anyway, this is my 3-year ownership satisfaction video to share just exactly what it is and that it really truly exists. It's kind of a unicorn, but most people have no clue about it, and I wanted to share it and make sure that everybody understands. When you see one of these, if you're lucky enough to see one in the wild, it's a real thing. And like I said, this one has 5,800 miles on it, so it's a pretty rare example. I really like this car. I have a bunch, and I've had a lot of cars in my life, but this, I think, ranks up there in my top 5 favorites. It just has a lot of presence. It's very comfortable to drive, and with the pedal commander and the exhaust and the cold air intake, it's quite sprightly. Anyway, I appreciate you coming back to the channel today. As always, if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to do a lot more content lately now with my new F250 that I've been videoing. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and you'll get new videos every time I post. I appreciate you guys very much for your years of viewing, and I hope that I bring you some content that's a little unusual. Anyway, this is it. Enjoy it, share it with your friends, and please come on back when you can. Thank you so much. Have a great day.